It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the COTA SA website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is an individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with Football SA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Northfield and Gepps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life, and together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
Croatia Raiders time.
Right out, goes top corner and is in.
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Written in the stars for Nicholas Bucco.
Oh my God! It's another one for Modbury. It's Fabian Barbiero. Your NPL champions, Adelaide United.
Testing. Testing at Smith Partner Stadium.
Good afternoon and welcome to Smith Partners Stadium for round 13 RAA NPL action between the Modbury Jets and Adelaide United. I'm your commentator Connie Kamitzis and we'll get straight into the starting lineups for both teams today. For the home team, Modbury Jets, in goal, number 1 Ryan Nield, number 2 Paul Wilson, number 5 Tim Henderson, number 7 Liam McCabe, number 8 Darsim Shuksy, number 9 Hamish McCabe, number 10, Jesse Francesca, he's the captain. Number 11, Francesco Shimizi. Number 13, Daniel DeTroyer. Number 15, Giuseppe Makeda. And number 27, Jock Wall. For the visiting Adelaide United, number 44, Ryan White, the captain. Number 45, John Paul Mpembe. Number 52, Satiri Phyllis. Number 58, Harry Crawford. Number 59, Cameron Harris. Number 60, Oscar Page, the goalkeeper. Number 62, Fabian Taladera. Number 65, Joey Garuccio. Number 74, Amlani Tatu. Number 77, Riley Stam. And number 78, Malual Nicola. Head coaches for both teams, Morris Natali for Modbury and Anton Andrioli for the visiting United. Joining me today in the commentary booth, someone more recognised for his involvement with the sponsorship in the Go Sunny Solar team for the WNPL, but it's Shane Robinson. Thanks for joining me today for this big clash, and it's a grand final rematch, take 2 for the season.
It is massive game. Thank you for having me here today. Yeah, should be a good game. A few players missing for Adelaide United. We were just talking before coming on air. So slightly weaker squad than probably what we've seen in the last few weeks from Adelaide United. But I'd expect it to be a good game nonetheless.
Yeah, those players are away on international duty. Luka Jovanovic, Bailey O'Neill and Johnny Yule. Also noticeable that Ethan Cox is not in goals today for Adelaide United. These two teams, of course, played each other in round 2, which was the actual grand final rematch. On that day, it was the Modbury Jets winning 5-1 as the coaches and players make their way to the bench. Interesting on that day that the captain, John Paul Mpembe, was sent off, and probably the damage looked to be already done on that day. I don't know if you were there, Shane?
No, I wasn't there. I did catch the highlights of that game. But yeah, as you say, I think damage was probably already done there anyway.
Running a little bit behind here at Smith Partners Stadium. I think the reserves game went a little bit over time, so we await the two teams who the referees are waiting at the gates to walk onto the field, so we're not too far away. Referees for today, Andrew Kite in the middle, and assistant referees Ethan McCormick and Tyson Van Dyke.
Yeah, we can just see across the park here referee Andrew Kite just giving the teams a hurry up and bring them out onto the pitch shortly.
Well, we do wait for both teams to come out. Importantly, that the Australia Cup's reaching the semi-finals coming this week, midweek. We've got 2 games coming up, so the preliminary finals are back. Head down to Service FM to catch those games. Wednesday the 5th of June will be Modbury Jets taking on Adelaide Olympic in the first semi-final, and the following week on the 12th of June will be Campbelltown City and Adelaide Comets. These games are both ticketed events, and you will need to grab your tickets at footballsa.com.au/tickets. A couple of big games coming up midweek.
Yeah, for sure. So it'll be interesting to see how Modbury go today, knowing full well that in 4 days' time they've got that massive semi-final, or qualifying final, we should call it.
Yeah, so the winner of both games will both play in the Australia Cup. As both teams are ready to walk out onto the pitch, Andrew Kite's finally got him to the barriers and ready to jump.
It's going to be one of those interesting games today, I think, Connie. It's a very, very different Adelaide United team from the end of last year, whereas that Modbury squad's very similar. Do you think there'll be a bit of feeling in it from that grand final still?
I think if the Adelaide United team were at full strength, there'd be a lot of feeling, because they got touched up in round 2. They'd want payback for that, and Modbury will want to make it 2 on the trot in return of that grand final. So as both teams line up with their backs to us, bit rude of them, but
these things happen.
Handshake formalities out the way. We're not too far away from kick-off here at Smith Partners Stadium. The Modbury Jets, who were top of the table for most of the first half of the season, they've dropped their last 2 games, losing in the Northern Derby against Para Hills, which I'm sure Morris Natali will not have been too happy with last week. I'm sure he would have let them know about that, and they want a result today, so all eyes will be on the start for the Modbury Jets. They want to get off to a strong start, and knowing in mind that this is a weakened Adelaide United lineup of some sorts.
So we just wait for Jesse Francesca to come into the middle for the toss of the coin. Just a few minutes away from kick-off here.
I think we're finally ready to go. Both teams in their huddles. Andrew Kite's definitely ready to go. His ARs are almost ready to go. I'm definitely ready to go, because I've been here for 10 minutes and I haven't called any action yet. Adelaide United the first to break away from their team huddle, followed by the Modbury Jets. Andrew Kite ready to blow the whistle to get this one started. Grand final rematch, take 2, as we've said. Adelaide United got off to a start that was probably unexpected in that round 2 match. They scored in the first minute. Can they do the same today as Andrew Kite gets the game started? Ryan White plays a forward ball and it goes out for a throw-in off of Jock Wall. Thrown inside on the attack early. Lyle Nicola wins another throw in for his team. So Adelaide United doing the early attacking here. Thrown in. Henderson picks up the loose ball and releases Makeda away. Referee pays advantage, none coming. The ball will come back for a free kick for Modbury. It's great work that by Tim Henderson to win the ball, and not only to try and keep his feet, but play the ball forward in attack for Modbury. Very good player is Tim Henderson.
He certainly is. He's one of those players that if Tim Henderson plays well, Modbury will generally go very, very well.
Ball goes all the way back to the goalkeeper in Page. Modbury with a high press to start this game. A loose pass there picked off by Wall. Phyllis tries to clear it, but comes back off of him and goes out for a throw to Modbury. McCabe now on the ball. Running into the box early to his brother. Bit of 1-2 action there by the McCabe boys. A strong challenge, we heard that one from up here, and he's feeling the effects of that one is Hamish McCabe. Slow back to his position, but he's okay. Paul Wilson now. Great tackle by Amlani Tatu on this side, and he wins a throw for his team. Detroit are not too happy with that decision. Wilson wins the ball again, but it's a bit of scrappy play going on at the moment. Jesse Francesca, the captain, wins that one for his team and gets the throw in. Bit of a reshuffle at the back today for Modbury. They've got Paul Wilson partnering Henderson. Matthew Mullins out with suspension. Accumulation of yellow cards, I believe. Nicole intercepts that one, but it goes out for a throw in to Modbury Jets on the far side. Under the nose of Tyson Van Dyke, one of the officials today. It'd be interesting to see that the way that Modbury now do go about this, knowing they're playing against a under-strength United team, knowing that they won 5-1 against a full-strength team in round 2.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. As we said before, obviously they've got that midweek Australia Cup qualifying final match coming up. So, yeah, I'm not sure.
As a neutral, everyone would hope that this is a good game and a fluent game as Adelaide United turn it over in midfield and they attack now, but the touch is wayward and Wilson comes with a strong challenge. Ball falls now for Makeda, picks the ball up in front of the commentary and the cameras. Tries to play forward, but only as far as the Adelaide United captain in John Paul Mpembe, who's had a solid season, has John Paul. Bit of intricate play there by Modbury. Again, Mpembe, solid in defence. Tatu now holds off 2, but can't hold off both. It's turned over. McCabe releases forwards. It's fell, and there's the opening goal. Francesco Shimizi again on the score sheet. Shimizi nets his 8th for the season, Shane.
There's a nice little finish. It was a little bit of hesitation from Oscar Page in the Adelaide United goal there. Sort of didn't really know if he wanted to come or not, and that little hesitation has cost his team dearly.
Yeah, you can see the ball there by McCabe. Was looking for his brother in the middle of the park. It's actually come off the Adelaide United defender and it's gone through for Shimizi. As I said, he's finished for the 8th time this season in the league. He's the leading goal scorer for Modbury Jets this season. 1-0 to Adelaide United.
To Modbury Jets.
Sorry, Modbury Jets after just 4 minutes.
And we said before in that round 2 match, Adelaide United were the ones that started well early and got the early goal. It's completely flipped this time, but we obviously know how that result ended. So, what will Adelaide United do to respond here?
That's exactly right. The response is the key part of this now. A very young, somewhat inexperienced team. They do have their captain in Mpembe at the back, but the rest of the team is quite inexperienced for Adelaide United, and they've gone down to a 1-0 lead, which Modbury Jets got off the back of a deflection. But now it is Tatu on the attack. Adelaide United showing they're not afraid. He steps inside. He's a late challenge. Referee lets it go.
That didn't look great.
Didn't look very good from up here at all. It was almost like he went to shoot and then saw the player's foot there and decided that's good enough, I'm going to kick that instead. Bit of composure now at the back. Phyllis and Mpembe just playing it between them. Tatu now in midfield, picks it up, and again, just that patient build up at the back. Phyllis now plays the long ball. Can't find Crawford. Sorry, Harris. And Lani Tatu dropping all the way back to pick that one up. They want to get him in much more attacking positions. Lani Tatu is very dangerous when he's on his game. Scored a double against Adelaide City a few weeks back off the bench. I think he was only on the pitch for about 5 minutes, and he scored 2 goals that night. They'll need much more of that today to get back into this game. It is only early, but Modbury seem very much on top at this stage. Again, they can't play through Adelaide United. Shimizi picks it up. Releases Makeda down the right-hand side. Gets inside the box. Oh, another half chance by Shimizi. He just gets his foot to that one, and Oscar Page has to make sure it doesn't go in the net again.
We could just hear here before that ball got turned over in the middle, Ed and Andreoli asking Cameron Harris to get wide. Adelaide United are playing the very, very narrow, trying to open that pitch up.
Again, United, they build up slowly and then just give it away quite cheaply, which will probably disappoint Andreoli after
offside.
what he's just told. That word he just had with Harris was to get wide, and they got wide, and then they gave the ball away, so he won't be too happy with that. And now Oscar Page gives it away to Shaxi. Shimizi. Makeda now will pick the ball up close to the corner flag. He'll turn out and come back. Detroit with some time, closed down by Tatu. Francesca back to Makeda, who's in an offside position, and that'll disappoint his coach Natalia's. Andrew Kite comes over to have a word with Lani Tatu, probably about that challenge from a minute or two ago. Yeah, that offside just there, Shane, would impress Morris Natalia, especially when it's such a slow build-up like that, to give such an easy, well, it's a free kick, so to give that free kick away in such a vulnerable position where they could have gone forward wouldn't be too great, I don't think.
Well, I wouldn't have thought so. Just that, I don't know if laziness is the right word, but, you know, you're looking across the line, you're right across on the wing here, you shouldn't really be caught offside there with a build-up that slow. It's not like it's a quick break.
100%. I try not to use the word laziness when I'm commentating, because if someone called me lazy, I'd be very angry, but sometimes it's warranted. I do know young Giuseppe Makeda, so if I said that, he'd probably accept it and move on, but the throw in on the outer side now. Jock Wall will take this for Modbury. Back from suspension is Wall, who I think he played last week, but the week before he was sent off for a handball or apparent handball. We'll leave it at that. Again, United with that patient build-up.
Again, they're asking Cameron Harris to get wider. Another cheap turnover.
Oh, it's Shimizi, boy, he was released by McKay, but the ball had too much on it. It's gone to Oscar Page. Yeah, you get the sense that Andreoli's going to hammer this side because it's such an experienced team. You think he's going to nurture this side because they can hear him. He doesn't have to scream or yell. We can certainly hear it from up here, so. Again, Mpembe with a patient build-up. He doesn't want to travel into the space with it. Phyllis does, though, and gives the ball away. Maybe that's why Mbembe didn't want to do it. It's now Makeda again with the ball in space ahead of him. His defender lets him have a couple of yards. Tatu has to do all the running back. Does well to corral him at the moment. Makeda keeps it in. Does very well. Wants a free kick, but none coming, and I don't think there was one there, so play on. But it's won back by Shuxy. Now Wilson. Detroyer. Detroyer steps inside and gives it away cheaply, but it's won back by Darsim Shuxy in the midfield. McCabe runs at the defenders. Slips Shimizi inside, who, again, in an offside position. So Modbury doing all the attacking, but a couple of lazy offsides.
Well, that was a nice little break there from Modbury again, but just cheap turnovers in the centre of the park from Adelaide United. They're going to come back to bite them.
Again, the build-up is patient and slow from Mbembe. At walking pace, in fact. Gives it to his partner in Phyllis. He looks for that long ball to release Crawford. The flag stays down. Crawford gets a ball into the box, but it's headed away by Wilson. It's going to have to be a better delivery to beat or trouble Wilson from there as this one goes forward, and Shimizi puts the pressure on Page, who comes out of his box. It's picked up, and we come back. An offside flag that is forthcoming. So again, 3 similar offsides. That one a bit different because it was a bit of a longer ball, but
yeah, he just tried checking his run, Shimizi, just as that ball came through. So unfortunate. The sun just pokes its head out from behind the clouds.
Beautiful sunshine. Finally today we get some sunshine. Straight out the clouds over those trees and onto majority of the pitches. Again, that build-up is slow by Mbembe. Not really trying to create too much through the middle. Adelaide United are looking for that ball out wide over the top. Hence why Angioli's probably asking for that width from his wing-backs and his wingers.
Modbury is set up really well behind the ball here, just blocking every avenue from Adelaide United.
Something that is definitely coached by Morris Natali. I did manage to work with him when he was Angus Costanzo's assistant a few years ago, and he's normally the attacking coach, is Morris, but looks like he's got some good support there. He's got Lewis Brain on the bench, a former Adelaide United player, so some experience on that Modbury Jets bench as Makeda thought that he won the throw because the linesman put his flag up to go that way, but Andrew Clark says no, the other way, thank you. Adelaide United with the ball. Phyllis now picks it up with a little bit of space and again drives into that space. Turns out and comes back to Mbembe. Harris with plenty of space on this left-hand side, but doesn't get the ball. Now he goes inside, and I think he's a little bit lost on this side, is young Harris. Yeah,
he's getting a lot of sort of in-game coaching here from Andrelli. I assume it's just to try and open up that pitch that Adelaide United are really struggling to find a way through. So if young Cameron Harris can sort of get out wider and help drag Macheda out, you know, just opens up that space for the middle for them to try and create an attack.
Yeah, that constant nurturing is probably going to be the key for Adelaide United's success today, being such a young team. Take it with a grain of salt if you're the player. A lot of these young players these days tend to have good heads on their shoulders and take that on board, but I think with the 1-0 scoreline they'll want to try and press forward and get that equaliser as soon as possible, because if Modbury Jets keep going the way they are, they look very, very dangerous once they pick that ball up in midfield. So
bit of space out here on the left.
Taladera now picks it up out the edge of the box, beats a couple, but then nothing coming. He goes to ground, but no free kick. Play on.
There is that man, Cameron Harris.
Harris picks it up to his captain. Now it's out to Phyllis. Again, he looks for that ball over the top. Taladera comes in and picks it up. A lot of different roles for these Adelaide United boys today, given the outs that they've got, as Nicola tries to play forward for Crawford, but that ball goes out for a goal kick. Too much on that one. Now Modbury's turn just to control the pace of the game a little bit. No rush to take this goal kick. Is Ryan Nield. Plays it out to Wilson. Wilson goes long and Harris picks it up. He headers it back forward, but a bit of ping pong at the moment, and that one goes out for a throw in off of Paul Wilson. And the Modbury substitutions just walk past to go limber up a little bit on this little bit of fresh day as United play out from the back dangerously. Ball comes off the ground, but they get away with it. Now it's Nicola through the middle. He can't do anything with it. Francesca in a battle with Ryan White in the midfield. And White comes out on top that time. And just relieve that pressure that time, United. Phyllis now puts his foot on the ball. Again, plays it back to the captain in Mbembe. A little bit of fancy footwork in the middle of the park. Not something you probably
down.
Ideal. As that ball goes forward, straight to Neild. What do you make of that, Shane?
I don't mind it, to be honest.
If it comes off, I guess.
I don't know how Ed and Andrelli would have felt about it, but I don't mind it. He's very composed on the ball, though, is the Adelaide United captain.
That one's long by Neild, and it's one in the air by Taladera. Detroit wins the second header, but it falls for White. Harris back to Taladera now. All the way back to Page. He looks long and there's nothing really on for him, so he takes a few extra touches and gives Modbury that time to press up. That one goes to Crawford. He controls on his chest under pressure from Wall. But Modbury win it back through McCabe. Hamish McCabe comes and presents and holds that one up. Henderson into the midfield and another offside. I called that one early because I saw the flag go up. That's the 4th or 5th offside in the first 15 minutes.
It is a good sign for Adelaide United, though. It means they're keeping that line very nicely.
Just wonder if Vaspas wants to have a nod off there, or if he's not interested in this game. It's not that sunny to wear sunglasses, Vas. He had a big night last night. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask him at half time.
It's got a bit of that feel about it with those sunnies, doesn't it?
Again, United build up from the back as Phyllis now just creeps into that
room here on the
space. There was plenty of room for Tatu, but the ball never got put over the top that time. Makeda's defending on the shoulder of his own right fullback, so he's given him plenty of room, but this is why, because they want to press up in these areas, and there it is, the turnover. Liam McCabe, now to Hamish. Back to Liam. Liam gets into the box. Shimizi! Oh! Another chance for Francesco Shimizi to increase his tally to 9. And that one there was probably a little bit behind him from the cross, but he's done well to get a foot to it.
And it's that high press again from Modbury. Just creating the Adelaide United mistake. Oh, it's a great ball.
One's through
That's
the
a great
middle.
long ball.
Crawford this time. Neild comes out and has to win it. Again.
He's on
up to
halfway.
halfway. If he does anything silly here, he's very, very lucky. He won the ball cleanly. Taladera with a bit of maybe trying to get him sent off there. But he did very well, Neild. He's come 40 yards out of his box and had to win it every time.
He's done really well there. I reckon twice I thought he was losing that. Three challenges outside of his box in the space of 5 seconds, and he's won all 3.
To be fair, it was actually quite necessary, because if he hadn't left it, it was going to fall to another United player every time, and he done very, very well that time. Did Neild. So great goalkeeping, because it paid off. Might be a different conversation if it had to end up in the back of the net, I'm sure. Detroit with the throw in. Shucksy. Back to Detroit. Now it's Wilson. Wilson puts Detroit under some pressure, but he's touched past Tatu. Now he releases Makeda down the line.
He's fine that time.
Makeda one-on-one with Mbembe. He falls, and Oscar Page quickly off his line that time. Much better that time by Page, sorry. I'm sure you'll reflect on that first one and say, why didn't I do that? But one of those things very early in the game. He decides just to hoof it down the field and go long. Wilson wins the header. Makeda. Fouled by White.
Just a little nibble.
Former teammates. Makeda was in the youth system a few years ago. As he looks over to the Modbury bench, and don't think there was any words had, but maybe there was something coming off the bench, not sure.
Yeah, I think someone said something from the Adelaide United bench then. Didn't appreciate it.
Wall plays forwards to Shimizi, but it's Phyllis who gets there first. Oh. He wanted Page to come and he didn't quite come quick enough that time. Fortunately, it does wind up in his hands. He decides to throw it out. Taladera's forward pass straight into Henderson. Tatu with a nice touch pass to Troyer. Referee lets it go. Calls it back now and says it's a foul on Tatu. So, to his disappointment, I think it was a bit of a 50-50. There may have been a little bit of a shirt pull there by Tatu. So, a little bit hard to see. We've got a scoreboard in our way here. Just have to step forward a little bit. But Modbury will restart with a free kick deep in their own half. As that sun disappears and it gets a little bit fresh again, Shane.
Yeah, it's called quite often. Don't ask me why, because everywhere I can see, other than players on this pitch, everyone in this ground is in pants, bar me and you, who for some reason both decided to wear shorts.
Yeah, not the smartest idea. I did bring a pair of long pants in anticipation of some colder weather, but let's get back to the football. White, a little bit slow, but Shucksy wins it, but actually puts it in the path of Adelaide United this time. Crawford gets the ball into the box, but Wilson there to clear for Modbury Jets.
Just needed that better pass. Better final pass, even.
I think we all knew what you meant, mate. It's all good. It was better build-up that time by United, though. You can see they want to get it into the wide areas when they go forward on an occasion that it can be a little bit quicker. As Makeda now in acres of space, the ball slipped through. He gets into the box. What does he do? Has the shot. And Page couldn't gather to save the ball from going out for a goal, for a corner, sorry. So it'll be a Modbury Jets corner to be delivered by Liam McCabe. But that was fantastic work in the middle of the park there by the captain, Francesca.
Was. A couple of big targets heading into the box here for Modbury.
Paul Wilson, renowned for his aerial attraction. McCabe to deliver. He'll look for probably, it does go in Wilson's direction, but
it's gone out for a goal kick, I think. Gone out for a goal kick.
Well spotted. It actually hit Wilson and made its way towards the goal, but the flag has gone up for a goal kick. Everyone's a little bit unsure of what's actually going on here, but it will be a goal kick to restart. We're aware that the referees don't have their comms on today, so there's no interaction between them, so they're actually looking at each other, trying to work out what was happening there. We've come to the decision, but it's Adelaide United now. Garucho falls for White. Sorry, Riley Stam. Hardly spotted Riley Stam. I didn't even know he was playing for 2 seconds there.
He's been very, very quiet.
He picked the ball up after Garucho won it in midfield and he decided to have a go, did Riley Stam. I guess you'll never know if you never have a go, but he wasn't really balanced enough to hit that and trouble the goalkeeper. As Tatu steps up and intercepts that one, it'll be another throw for Modbury. Adelaide United ramping up the pace a little bit more in the midfield now, stepping up higher in the park.
Wouldn't mind seeing Adelaide United try and go through Riley Stam a bit more. He does know how to score.
Oh, a strong challenge in midfield by Taladera. Shucksy looked to be in a bit of trouble, but he bounces straight back up. Bit of an imposing figure is Darcy Shucksy. We do have a couple other NPL games going on at the same time as this one. We're a little bit behind due to that late start, but it's Campbelltown 0, Croydon Kings 0 after 33 minutes at Steve Woodcock, and Adelaide Raiders 0, Northern Metro Stars 0 at the Croatia Sports Complex. So
That would
couple
mean
of stalemates.
That'd mean that.
McCabe picks it up. Shimizi again off the crossbar. Another great chance for Modbury Jets, and just that explosiveness by McCabe to pick the ball up and release Shimizi. He kept himself on side that time and fired the shot into the crossbar. Sorry to cut you off there, mate.
No, that's fine. I was just going to say, so as of that would mean with those results, as of right now, Modbury would be back on top of the NPL as they were for a good chunk of last year.
Yeah, the Modbury Jets, they were parked at the top for somewhat 6 or 7 weeks after round 3. All the way up until that sort of you could call it a mid-season break where the teams swap over and play each other again. And on the back of those 2 games, they lost the last 2. So a win today and results their way would put them back on top as we restart with that goal kick, and Wilson wins the header and it falls back to Wilson and wants a free kick, but none coming. Kite lets the game play. Riley Stam in a wide position now. Garuccio tried the overhead. Crawford tried the shot a little off balance, and his shot just goes wayward into those trees behind the goals.
The restart here. Another cheap turnover from Adelaide United again.
Yeah, they're starting to win the ball in those dangerous areas, but it's just that forward play they can't get right at the moment. Only half chances they're creating for themselves, which they actually look quite dangerous on. And that ball nearly slipped through by Tatu. White and Taladera fight to win it back. Wall comes off, looked like a handball, but play on. Garuccio, Stam in an offside position. Bit better build up that time by Adelaide United. A couple of State League 1 games going on as well. One's finished actually, and that's West Adelaide losing again. 2-1 to Salisbury United in the early kick-off. Adelaide Blue Eagles also down 2-0 to Sturt Lions. Adelaide Cobras 2-0 up against Fulham. Cumberland, Playford 1-0 up there. And Adelaide Vipers again 1-0 up against Western Strikers. That league, I just can't work it out.
No, I know. Its results are everywhere from week to week. And poor Blue Eagles, not only are they 2-0 down 35 minutes in, they're also down to 10 men. So looking good for Sturt.
Top 4 in the NPL always sort of seem to be bunched up, and then you got that little bit of a break, and then you got the bottom 3 that you've got at the moment. You've got Panthers who sit on the bottom of the table by themselves, and then you've got Adelaide City, Adelaide Olympic and Beargrad sitting in that other relegation zone. But Adelaide City have later been in some really good form, so I expect them to get out of that rut very soon as United go forward again here and play the ball forward. It was
a good press by Stam.
It was very aggressive by Stam, and I don't think Ryan Neild expected that.
Harry, be ready! Be ready!
As Vass wakes up from his slumber next to us here.
Nice of you to join us, Vass. Thank you. A bit more chirpy now. I'm going to ask him if he was asleep before. He's been very quiet. As Wilson picks this ball up and looks back to his goalkeeper, who had absolutely no space around him, with Stam pressing high up on the park, and Wilson just turns and kicks it out for a throw in. And Cameron Harris to take. He looks for Garuccio, whose first touch isn't great. Again, it's that pace of McCabe. Shimizi now with the touch past Phyllis. He looked to release McCabe. No, he doesn't. It's his brother.
He does.
He did. Boy, oh boy, it's hard to commentate when you got two brothers that look exactly the same. And one of them was making a run down the right, the other one on the left, and in the end, one of them got it. It was Liam McCabe. Got into the box and tried to find Shimizi on the return, but it's only out for a, well, when I say only, it's in Modbury Jets' hands. It's a corner kick.
You see that big bunch of players in the middle of the box there.
Half an hour gone here at Smith Partner Stadium. Can Modbury Jets double that lead? McCabe, in it comes. Page comes and just gets a fingertip to it, just enough to see it away from, oh, another strong challenge. Harry Crawford with a strong challenge on Shuxy. I can guarantee you he'll remember that one.
But as Darcy Shuxy does, bounces straight back up.
I'd still be on the ground. I actually reckon I'll be coming off. That was quite some solid contact. And Mbembe looks for that long release, and Detroit lets it bounce, go over his head, bounce. Wilson comes across to cover. Makeda keeps it in. Back to Wilson, very composed there by Makeda to pick that ball up and play it inside. Shimizi now looks to hold this one up. Falls to McCabe of the Hamish variety. Releases to Liam. Liam makes his way into the box. Nicola ahead of him. Into the box. Falls. McCabe. And neither of those shots test the keeper. Both blocked. And it's another corner for Modbury Jets. The McCabe boys are just so lightning quick, aren't they, when they get the ball in attack.
Of course, both of the boys were involved with Adelaide United. How many years ago was that now?
Oh, pushing my memory, mate. Unless it's written in front of me, I can't tell you. Well, you can see the quality they possessed, and they could probably still play at that level, as it's both the brothers again. Releases Wilson into the box. It's going to come back out to Liam McCabe, to his brother Hamish. Gets the ball across. Shimizi misses. Detroit with a side foot effort from 18 yards, and it's wayward and goes out for a goal kick. But again, the link up between the two brothers.
McKay brothers, they're just, if they play well, Modbury go well. A lot of individual quality in this Modbury team. You look at it, you've got, you know, your blocker Wilson at the back, Jesse Francesca captain, Darcy Shuxy, very, very good players.
Wilson can't quite control that one under pressure from Detroit. But yeah, back to your point, Shane, it's just that individual quality is also good when you've got a coach like Morris Atali, very experienced and knows how to put all that quality together and make, you know, such a formidable team. As Francesca, one of those players you mentioned, oh great, slips Makeda through, but Mbembe comes across, shields that one.
He's done well.
He's done very, very well that time as Mbembe. But just that, you know, you've got to have that coach who can put everything together and make it work, which is why you've seen them succeed over, you know, the last 18 months so far. You mentioned those games they played last year. Modbury Jets actually beat Adelaide United both times last year. It just fell at that final hurdle against them in the final, which, you know, you look at the results during the year and it doesn't really matter because it's that last game that always counts. Detroit wins the header. Shuxy with a solid challenge, and now it's Shimizi in an offside position again.
Just need to start moving that ball quicker. Adelaide United, they were out on the far side, and it's just they're holding onto that ball too long. It's very un-Adelaide United-like.
Do you think that inexperience has something to do with that?
Very possibly.
Just not playing together enough, maybe? So these two teams, Shane, have been very evenly matched over last year. You see them on the ladder there. Both teams are very, very, very similar. In fact, as Adelaide United go forward, Stam, Garuccio, first time effort on the volley, and it's wide, but it's a bit better build up.
Yeah, going back to that ladder from last year, so United finished above Modbury, even though Modbury did beat them both times. Oh, that's
strolling, a very, very solid challenge by Jesse Francesca, and Andrew Cott's got a decision to make here. He didn't get any ball. He hasn't pulled any card out of his pocket yet.
I think he's probably lucky there.
Is he weighing up, or is he not going to issue anything at all?
He's lucky with that challenge there. I don't think number 1 he got him, but he had the bent legs as well. He didn't actually connect.
We do get to see the little bit of a replay because we're on delay on the computer screen. Oh yeah, Neil would play the ball out. Francesca chose not to take a touch. It was mild contact, if anything, but the studs were up and over the ball. And
I think he's got away without a card.
Yeah, he has. So there's no card there from Andrew Kite. Interesting decision, but we move on. Back to what you were saying about these two teams earlier.
Yeah, very close. United finishing above them. Only 4 points, but again, very similar goal difference. Adelaide United only had +4, Modbury -4, as we see this free kick here.
Tatu.
Deflection.
Looked headed on target, but it's saved by Neil, and we'll get you to finish what you were saying, mate.
No, that was about it.
How dare they have a free kick when we're talking about statistics?
Even you look at the goal scorers from that grand final, I mean, there was a few, because there was 7 goals scored.
Shimizi's in on goal here. Makeda picks the ball up because Page has come out. Oh, Makeda. Instincts were very good there. He saw the keeper off his line because he came out and he just puts it over the crossbar. So Modbury Jets getting closer and closer to that second goal. But I know what you're going to say, Shane. None of those players are playing today.
Just the one, Fabian Taladera.
Sorry, one, Taladera.
Another long ball there from Oscar Page.
Not looking to play out that time where United, they went long and it's ended up in their hands with Crawford now on the right-hand side. Back to White. White turns one way, turns back the other way, and now decides to run it. Modbury, but loses the ball. It's Liam McCabe. Gets himself into a little bit of trouble, but holds off White, and now it's Wall who finds...
It's beaten that line.
Hamish McCabe, whose touch is on that occasion. Very unexpected from the McCabe boys. And Tatu goes to ground this time, but nothing coming there. Taladera, a solid challenge by Shaxi, and now it's Francesca.
Oh, thought he was going in again then.
Shimizi in an offside position again. So again, I reckon it's about the 7th or 8th offside that we've seen this half as we approach the last 5 or 6 minutes of this first half.
Again, that slow build up from Adelaide United here with Mbembe. Out to Phyllis.
It's been a very, very slow sort of half for Adelaide United. They haven't really tried to play through the middle as we've seen, and they do this. They've done this on a number of times where they just play the ball between the back two and then gets to Phyllis, who looks for that long ball on the diagonal, but not on that occasion. Tatu came to the ball that time, but Harris couldn't find anybody, and it ends up with Wilson, who puts it out for a throw-in. I'm sure Adelaide United would love an equaliser just before half-time, and they might get it here.
Oh, unlucky.
Garuccio gets into the box, but couldn't bring the ball down on his chest to fire a shot away, and it falls into the hands of Ryan Neal, the goalkeeper for Modbury Jets. In no hurry to get this one up the pitch, he actually puts it on the floor and decides to kick it off the floor rather than out of his hands, and a solid challenge in the air that time by Cameron Harris over the top of Makeda. Goes out for a Modbury Jets throw-in. Detroyer finds McKay, but Detroyer loses it, and it's Taladera now. Plays Crawford in the middle of the park in a little bit of space. They back off of him, the Jets, and give him that time to play the ball out to Nicola. Ryan White now on the ball. If he's got shin pads on, I'll be very surprised if they're any bigger than the size of a Coke can, but He must have something on, otherwise Andrew Kite wouldn't be letting him play.
It's the way these days with shin pads, isn't it? They're getting smaller and smaller by the year.
I've seen some beauties over the last few years being in the coaching level, and you look at your players sometimes and think, are you actually wearing shin pads, mate, or do you want a broken leg? Again, that patient build-up by United. Back to the captain Mbembe. That time he looks for the diagonal ball, and it is out. It is Nicola in some space now. Henderson gets across to shield that one out, and that's very experienced by Tim Henderson on that occasion. What a player he's been over the course of his NPL years. I remember a few years ago when he played for Metro Stars in that, I think it was one of the very earlier, back then it was the FFA Cup, and he's just an absolute freak as Tim Henderson just keeps going and going and going. That one goes out for a throw-in off of Adelaide United though, so it'll be a Modbury Jets throw-in. Detroit to take. Been told to go back a little bit by the referee Kite. Throws long, looks for Schmizzy, who was double teamed. Hamish McCabe won the header, but it only fell to Adelaide United in Crawford. We play across the back again, from one side to the other. Bit of ball retention here by Adelaide United again. Phyllis looks to thread the pass, and he finds Harry Crawford out on the right-hand side. Can he get a ball in the box? He can, but it's not good enough to trouble the Modbury Jets.
Just that final ball again from Adelaide United there. They're struggling to get into the box, but when they get the chances to get into that 18-yard box in the attacking end, just the final ball, it just isn't there.
And for the third or fourth time in a row, Wilson's played a long ball and it's gone directly out for a throw-in, so here goes a press. It's Schmizzy pressing Page. He gets away with that one. He played back across the way that the Modbury Jets player was coming, and in the end gets it out to his captain. You can hear Natali asking his players to press, but they just let United turn on the ball, and that time Shakshi does win it off of Stam. It goes all the way back to Oscar Page in the Adelaide United goal. He's not in any rush at all. And then he goes long and turns it over again. That man Henderson, very composed. McCabe to his brother, Hamish. Hamish McCabe. Can't beat the defender, and it's blocked, and again another turnover by Adelaide United. Henderson this time gets the ball into the box. No, he doesn't, because it doesn't even make it into the box before it hits the player. Oh,
dangerous.
Henderson slides in to win the ball back and almost looked like it was going in the net. Tatu's checked. Kite doesn't see that one, neither does the linesman, but Tatu was a bit of a shirt pull on Tatu there. Get away with that one.
Both caught blindsided there, both referee Kite and the assistant.
Very stern from the young official, I like it. I'm sure if Andrew Antioli keeps going, he may call Andrew Kite over to have a chat with him. But he's done very well there, the young official. I like that.
Tell open.
Again, United with that patient build-up, they're getting so much time. It's just when they're on the ball, they're not really curating too much. This time they do. They've tried to play through the middle, and Garuccio's touch doesn't find Stam, and it's Phyllis. Oh no, it's turned over. It's Hamish McCabe. He's in on goal. It's 2-0. Absolute disaster for the Adelaide United defender there.
Really unfortunate for Phyllis. He's tried to play it past Mbembe back to Oscar Page, and it's just come off of Mbembe's chest and fallen straight to McCabe. It's really unfortunate.
Again, we get the benefit to have another look at that, and it was unfortunate. He's tried to play that back, and it's hit him straight in the chest. Fallen for Hamish McCabe, and he's had absolutely no trouble in finishing again.
It's right on the 45 minutes too. It's a really unfortunate end of the half for Adelaide United.
So Hamish McCabe gets that second goal for Modbury right on the stroke of half-time. his 7th for the season. The Modbury Jets go 2-0 up. That'll please Morris Natali, but I can guarantee that it won't be pleasing the bench on our right-hand side here in the Adelaide United guys. It's unfortunate, but sometimes those things can cost you the game, can't they?
They certainly can. And it goes back to what we were saying before, when Adelaide United are getting forward that final ball, they're not getting in there very often, so they need to start taking these chances.
Liam McCabe, now to Hamish McCabe. Again, the two brothers link up. Shimizi makes a forward run, stays onside this time. Beats his defender. Gets into near the corner flag and sort of corners himself, but does he do well enough? He does. He beats Mbembe.
He's done really well.
Francesca releases Shimizi again. Shimizi into the box, and the referee says penalty.
I think Phyllis has grabbed him and just held him back there for a split second. That's all you need in the box.
Yeah, well, look, once you're in the box and you put hands on a player and they go to ground, it's very hard to change the referee's mind, isn't it, Shane?
It is.
So Phyllis has had a couple of minutes to forget here. Kicking the ball into his teammate to put McCabe through for the second, and this time he's had a brain fade. And
if we thought a goal right on the stroke of 45 was bad.
Yeah, 1 on 47 is going to make it even worse.
Yeah, it's with the benefit of that replay there. Just a little hold.
Yeah, it was. The arms went around. He went to ground. I'm really surprised if Andrew Kite pulls a yellow card out here, because the Adelaide United players are doing their best to delay this penalty kick. It's going to be taken by the captain, Jesse Francesca. Looking for his 4th of the season. And I'm pretty sure he's put one in from the back of the net from this spot. It's going to be Francesca. 3-0. And Shane, as you said, if 45 minute wasn't bad enough, the one in the 48th minute to make it 3-0. And now Modbury Jets well and
way back for Adelaide United here. You'd expect Ant and Andreoli to have a few strong words at half time and really try and bring this Adelaide United side out hard early in the second half. But it is a long way back. So we come up to the end of the first half. I wouldn't have thought there would be too much longer left.
So we're well into the 3rd minute of added time. That may have been this may be the final kick. Kite lets it go forward, so maybe there might be a little bit more time. Might let this attack go and blow the whistle after, which he does. There is the half-time whistle at Smith Partners Stadium. It was an electric start by Modbury Jets, taking the lead early on in the game through Francesco Shimizi. And then on the stroke of half-time, bang, bang went McCabe and the captain, Jesse Francesca, to make it 3-0 at half-time. Don't forget, though, coming up this week is the Australia Cup preliminary rounds finals. Action is back at Service FM Stadium. Wednesday, the 5th of June, Modbury Jets take on Adelaide Olympic. And on the 12th of June, Campbelltown versus Adelaide Comets. To get your tickets, go to footballsa.com.au/tickets. It's half-time here. As we've mentioned, Modbury Jets 3, Adelaide United 0.
It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the COTA SA website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is an individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with Football SA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Northfield and Jepps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life. And together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
As here come our two sides. The bar has been set. It's a great run from Kyra Cooney-Cross.
Turn under pressure.
Here come the Socceroos again. Good one on the right foot, and the Socceroos have the breakthrough. What a goal! The Matildas are running amok. Opens up for the shot. Sinclair up the double. There's the gun flip. Australia head over heels about this superstar.
And it's Adelaide Croatia Raiders time.
Right out, the top corner, and is it in?
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Written in the stars for Nicholas Foucault.
Oh my God! That's another one for Modbury. It's Fabian Barbiero. Your NPL champions, Adelaide United. As both sides start to walk out on what will be a momentous day for both of these great teams. The crowd is built for the home side today, and Ninko Beric with the armband of FK Beograd.
In the absence of Andoni Natsiopoulos today, who's still out with shoulder.
A Saturday afternoon match at Hanson Reserve, 1-0 the way of Adelaide Croatia. I'm sure they'd love to repeat that in 2024 as we get kickoff underway here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Busasa running down this right wing in a good position to put the ball in. Takes on one, and it's an early penalty for Croatia Raiders. The foul committed by Yuda Kimishima against Kavanagh. Good penalty. Kimishima gets the scoring underway, 1-0 to Adelaide Croatia Raiders.
Yeah, great finish there from Kimishima. He sent Kavanagh.
Corner comes in. Only gets to the edge of the box for the goal scorer of this one so far. Good save by Mateo. One of three top goal scorers for Raiders this season. The header! 2-0 to Adelaide Croatia Raiders early on. The ball comes in. Kavanagh getting in the way. Neon Kuru puts the ball out wide. Looking for a way in. Ball comes across the face of goal. From it. Neon Kuru. Looking for the ball over the top.
mostly across the board in that regard.
Ball down the right wing once again. And a penalty. The exact same spot where the first one was taken at almost the exact same time. From the penalty spot. Jason Constantopoulos gets the breakthrough for FK Beograd. Game on here.
Yeah, and just like the first penalty, nothing wrong with that at all. Great finish from Constantopoulos, centre keeper.
Making his way down the right wing. Still with the ball. Cuts it back. Good save by the Friedish, gets the touchdown. Stefan Matteo in plenty of space to take on his man. Gets past one, then has the shot. Out for the goal. Corner taken short. Ball comes in on the right foot. Falls nicely. For Shearer. Two in the derby. And what a final 10 minutes we have here.
But yeah, Raiders had more play, but...
Lovely ball from Trimboli. Bisasa is one-on-one. Just needs to finish. Bisasa! 3-2 in the derby. And it's that young man once again.
And I think they were trying to get Beric in a bit of trouble, but it was he'd fallen over, tripped over his own feet, really.
Lovely touch from Stefan Matteo. This could be the finisher. Nearly through the legs did Stefan Matteo go. Jai King-Byrne. Matteo just has to finish. Oh, it's gone wide. High and wide. Is this the final kick of the match? Not so yet. Full time here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Adelaide Croatia Raiders come out 3-2 winners in the end. All 3 points staying here at the Croatian Sports Centre.
Yeah, what a game that turned out to be. I mean, Raiders 2-0 up. They'd let FK Beograd back in the game at 2 apiece, and then they scored the winner straight after FK Beograd equalised.
And the future is orange for Strandline. Flinders are in the lead. Rachel Quigley. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant.
LA Combat to 2023 premieres.
Saved by Conley. They had to go the distance and then some.
Josephine Trimboli, number 9, Tane Morris, number 12, Georgia Box, number 13, Madeline Box, number 14, Siobhan Eastham, number 16, Natasha Vella, and number 27, Lena Vogelsang with head coach Jason Trimboli. Underway here at Service FM Stadium. Good ball from McCormick. Box chasing down on the wing. Aaron Murphy had 8 last year in total, so already beaten that. Ball's there. Good ball through. Vogelsang, one-on-one. Well collected by Aaron Murphy. Good ball. Burnett through the centre. On the left foot. Only into the side netting. DeCola. Quigley on the edge of the box. Looking to get it onto her left foot. Given away straight back to West Adelaide. That effort. This one being chased down. And she does well too. Quigley is there. This corner to come in from Munich. Headed towards goal. Tipping it onto the bar.
On the ball today.
Good ball through. She's one-on-one with the keeper. Could this be the opening? It was a disappointing A-League season for Adelaide United in the end. Good set-piece opportunity. Quickly, hitting! It's in! The breakthrough being made.
The ball.
Vogelsang putting the ball in. Hodgson. Notto again to put the ball in on her right foot. Knew the ball was there. She has it now. Easy pass. Finish on the left foot. Into the side netting. Well done from Notto.
Two great minds.
Ball comes in from Tansel. Notto's there! To make it 2-0. 5 minutes left. Adelaide Uni now. Ball just getting launched forward. McFarlane. Just as we were talking about it, getting in the way of that one. And just like that, the full-time whistle blows. 2-0 to West Adelaide.
Welcome back to Smith Partner Stadium for the second half between the Modbury Jets and Adelaide United. Modbury Jets 3-0 to the good at half time. Both teams finally make their way back out for this second half. The referees had to go do a little bit of a door knock to get them out. They're already 10 minutes behind from the start, so what's another couple of minutes? What do you expect from this second half, Shane?
Well, I'd hope that Adelaide United come out a lot stronger than what they did in the first half. Interestingly enough, when we actually went off air at half time, we were speaking about Ant Andreoli and his Adelaide United coaching staff sat out here on the bench for at least a good 5 minutes of that half time before they even went into the change room. So it'll be interesting to see what sort of mood he was in, I suppose, when he went in there.
Yes, that was very noticeable. I thought maybe Vass had had another nap, but they're actually talking to each other that time. Just got the sunglasses off, so he's ready to go.
He's cooled off a lot in that half-time break. The temperatures just dropped dramatically.
Yeah, that sun's made its way behind the trees now, so even if it was out of the clouds, it's not coming anywhere near us. As Andrew Kite kicks this one off. No, he doesn't. False start. False start, take 2. Let's see if they can get it right the third time. Away we go. Francesco plays the ball out to Wall. He plays it back to Francesco, plays McCabe again, and on the front foot, Modbury from the get-go. Not the start that Adelaide United would have wanted if that had wound up in a goal.
No, Adelaide United did look like they've come out with a bit of energy, just even though they sort of got broken apart then. They have come out with a little bit more energy than what they started the first half with, which is good to see.
A bit more of a press from Adelaide United as well, as that one goes long and Mbembe goes all the way back with the head for his goalkeeper so he can pick it up. Play's going to be stopped though, because it looks like that man who copped a few.
Shaxi?
Yeah, it is Darsim Shaxi. So picked up a few big knocks in the first half as the Modbury substitutes make their way to warm up after seeing him go down. So I just wonder how long before Natali and his coaching staff put this game into somewhat game management mode and think about that game coming up midweek against Adelaide Olympic in the Cup. So
we restart with referee Kite dropping the ball,
as they do these days, and it's going to be, there was a chance to play that one forward for Stan, but Taladera missed it on that occasion. And it's going to fall for McCabe here, right in front of the camera. Plays Shimizi. He does well to hold it up, very, very well indeed, and gives himself some time on the ball there. Plays it all the way back, goes all the way back to Ryan Nield, who's got the hat on. Might be necessary for the next 5 minutes, that's about it. As it's flicked forward and it's going to go all the way back to Nield again, so take 2.
They have started with a bit more energy though, Adelaide United, this half. You can see it right off the bat.
Yeah, I think the least that Andreoli would have asked for at half-time was a bit more effort and maybe not to let this scoreline blow out any further. They did concede early, but then they sort of stayed in the game, created a couple of half chances, and it was right on the stroke of half-time where they were undone with a couple of unfortunate events that occurred with, a back pass that hit their own player and wound up in the back of the net eventually, and then a penalty, so...
Poor Satiri Phyllis with 2 or 3 minutes to forget right into that first half.
So, as you said, it was definitely a few minutes to forget. McCabe now looks for Shimizi down the line.
And there is that man.
Phyllis clears on that occasion. No risks being taken. Modbury just throw in.
You may be able to hear on your effects mic Tim Henderson just giving some instructions. A lot of experience at this level.
Again, it's going to restart with a throw in. A bit of a foul throw there from Wall, but play on, says the ref, and Shimizi again holds the ball up well. And on the rare occasion, McCabe gives the ball away and goes all the way up for a goal kick. They do have Josh Hernandez on the bench, Modbury, who's a striker, so he's come on and scored a goal or 2 off the bench, I believe, this season. Just the 1 goal off the bench. And a cracking goal that was a few weeks ago, as it's McCabe now. Gets some room on the edge of the box, finds his brother with the outside of his left foot. the audacity to try that, running away from the goal.
He's got the quality there to be able to do it, to be fair.
So a couple of half chances for Modbury to start this half. A very high press by the looks of things. United play from the back and they got some space inside now. Garuccio looks for Stam, who's timed his run well, stays on side, and Wilson with a crunching challenge comes across and puts that one out for a throw in. The studs were showing there.
They were. Are you surprised, Connie, that Adelaide United didn't make any subs at half-time with a 3-0 scoreline?
Yes and no. I mean, you've got Patrick McGregor on the bench who has played some NPL football, but whether or not some of them played earlier today, because I didn't get here early enough to watch the reserves game.
Phyllis again.
Phyllis with a needless turnover, trying to do too much of the ball. McCabe gets goal side of him, squares to Shimizi, but it's behind Shimizi, and United
get away with it.
But not for very long, because McCabe has picked the ball up. Detroit overlaps on the right-hand side, gets the ball into the box. Can't beat Tatu on that occasion. It's McCabe who wins it back, gets it to his brother. Sounds like a broken record today, the amount of times that's happened. And Detroit is in an offside position.
Yeah, very, very lucky there again, Phyllis. It would have been a really unfortunate way for Adelaide United to concede in this second half. They have started considerably better than what they did in the first half. McCabe comes back to Henderson.
It's just that experience and inexperience that's costing either team at the moment. You know, you've got Wilson and Henderson who've barely put a foot wrong, and then you've got that inexperience in Phyllis, who's just a couple of moments have cost him a couple of goals. So, and it nearly resulted in another one just before. So, if they can iron those out, be well and truly on the way to getting a lot closer result than what it is at the moment.
They get out here, Adelaide United.
Crawford, who's swapped sides in the first half, he was on the right-hand side and Tatu on the left. I don't know if that was just from a tactical thing or if it was from maybe just a swap of events, but it does look like a permanent change at this stage. So Tatu's going to operate on the right and Crawford on the left. There is that sort of slight change for Adelaide United there. As Wilson looks over the top to Shimizi. Phyllis again caught on the wrong side of his opponent. Another challenge in the box, but a fair one that time. It falls to Francesco, who's in the box. Goes to ground. No appeals for anything there, so maybe just have lost his footing there, I think.
I think so. Adelaide United win this back from the throw. Tuffy comes down the wing here. Still in two. He's done well. Takes on Henderson. That should be a yellow card to Darcy Shaxi.
Again, Andrew Kite chooses to keep the cards in his pocket. Yeah, okay.
Good opportunity, though, here for Adelaide United. First free kick they've had in any sort of decent attacking position this whole match.
You watch it. Yeah. There's two. Yeah.
You've got Taladera standing over it.
It's Taladera and Tatu closest to the ball. It's Taladera looks like he's going to deliver. He might even just potentially just slip Tatu in here. It's in a dangerous position, and he does slip it to Tatu, but it's not good enough. And
that's a really poor effort.
McCabe with the awareness and ability to cut that one out. So it was quite poor from United, and nothing comes of that, but they still do have the ball. Taladera gets the ball into the box this time, but it's not going to trouble the goalkeeper, and Neild. One bouncing into his hands as the regular Adelaide United supporters have made their way to the back of the goal behind Neild there. Swapped ends from the first half. Bit better that time.
Yeah, really good from Ryan White there. Cuts inside.
Still on the ball is White. Garuccio. Here is White into the box, but again, that man Tim Henderson just comes across and clears well enough to get away, but Adelaide United get it back. Crawford gets into the... No, he doesn't get into the box. He decides to go to ground, and Andrew Kite says goal kick.
Better play, though, from United. Positive signs. We didn't really see very much of that in the first half at all. Modbury in no rush to take this goal kick, as you wouldn't be at 3-0 up.
Yeah, I mentioned a little bit earlier in the call that game management is probably going to be a key for Modbury Jets. They won't want to give the ball away like that, for example, and they'll look to just slow the game down and have it on their terms for the majority of this second half. Obviously, both teams not making any substitutions yet, so that'll be key. As that header there is won by Wilson. Shucksy, Stam, Crawford tried to pull the trigger, but it was blocked. Falls to Nicola, who finds Tatu. He's got 2 to beat. What can he do? Goes back to Taladera. Across to White. All the way across to Cameron Harris on the left-hand side, who then comes back to the captain in Pembe. Nicola picks it up again. He goes back to Phyllis. So a bit better that there, Adelaide United kept the ball, didn't just get it in the box or try to find something that wasn't on. They kept possession and come all the way out.
And even the areas of the pitch where they've got it now, you saw in the first half, they were 10-15 yards deeper back in their own half when they had the ball in the first half. But now they're actually attacking, they're pushing Modbury back. Very positive signs.
And I'm sure that will be pleasing Andrioli, is that little bit more care of the ball. Trying to create a little bit more quality with the ball rather than just wasting it when they get it. And here they go now. Well, they do turn it over this time. No, they don't. They nearly turned it over. White out of defence. Finds Stam. He's timed his run. He's in on goal here. 1-1 with the keeper.
Oh, just wide. Good run from Stam, though. Really well timed. Beat the offside trap really well. Just pulled it a little bit to the left.
Again, we get the benefit to see that again on the somewhat replay. But how simple was that? White just picked the ball up in the middle of the park and he saw Stam make the run, who timed it to perfection, but he's dragged his shot across the goal. Didn't test the keeper at all. And a chance to pull one back there, the best chance of the second half. Neild restarts with a long goal kick. Starting to win those balls in the air now, Adelaide United. The first and second balls, which is crucial if they want to get back into this game. Harris throws it in. It goes all the way back to Page, who puts his foot through it. Detroit wins the header. And goes out for another throw into Adelaide United. So a little bit scrappy from Modbury at the moment. And as I say that, Adelaide United turn it over again. And the McCabe brothers try to link up. Hamish McCabe on the right hand side, gives it away. Taladera finds White. White with some space, travels into that space. Tries to take his entourage with him. Crawford slips in, Stam. Solid challenge by Henderson. Crawford with some solid work on Wilson. And for all that endeavour, only goes out for a goal kick.
Tell you what, you don't see Paul Wilson get out-bodied too often.
Yeah, that was a very interesting choice by Crawford. We saw him actually use whatever weight he's got on Darcy Shaxi in the first half, and that time he decided to try and go through Paul Wilson. I don't know if he's playing with fire there or not. Maybe trying to get under his skin and create a brain fade, who knows? Taladera and a bit of intricate play there by United again, and they're out this time again through Stam, whose touch is no good but wins it back and then loses it. Shucksy there. No advantage. Referee pulls it back for a free kick on Riley Stam. Probably didn't need to do that because they're about to win the ball back again. A few words being had out there at the moment. It's getting a little bit feisty on the park. Maybe.
We just spoke about trying to get under Paul Wilson's skin, and 30 seconds later we see it happening. A few words.
Wilson's smart enough to delay this game and waste a little bit of time, telling his goalkeeper to come up and take this goal kick. Get the sense that this game is maybe a goal away from being either sparked or all over. If Modbury get the next one, Shane, I think it's curtains. If United manage to get their way back in with a goal, still half an hour to play. It's not going to be on this occasion though, because it's a free kick to Modbury Jets. The old legs of Dion Kirk going to warm up. Scored a cracking goal a few weeks ago, did Kirk, against Comets at Service FM Stadium. Being rested today, maybe one of those changes that we're look forward to have that experience on the Cup game midweek as McCabe picks the ball up. Plenty of space, finds his brother. It's Liam McCabe now. On the left-hand side, gets into the box. Well done by Nicola there to put that one out for a corner and stop that attack by Liam McCabe. We've said it time and time again though, Shane, the McCabe brothers have linked up very well today.
Yeah, they have. They're both so dangerous. They're both extremely quick players. Just make it a handful for any defender to try and deal with.
It's going to be Liam McCabe to whip this one in. Got those big bodies in the box again. Wilson, Wall. It's going to be the ball to the back post. Wilson gets there, he nods it back. Did well to get it, Wilson, but it was already out for a goal kick.
You see here when Adelaide United are starting to attack, Tatu's coming out very wide very early. If they can find him earlier, he's in a lot of space.
Oh, very well there by Liam McCabe. Keeps it in and again finds his brother. It's Francesca. Shimizi. He stayed on side, but his shot's gone over the crossbar and maybe missed the chance to ice this game once and for all.
Yeah, that certainly could have been curtains, I think.
And the form Shimizi's been in this season, and not only with his 8 goals, but he's been very dangerous today. You would have expected it net to bulge, but not to be for Modbury Jets, and Adelaide United to get a lifeline.
They certainly do, and you can see Modbury pressing high right from the goal kick here. They want this ball back. They want to finish this game.
Oh, here it is. Maybe this one could be all over.
And there it is.
They took the risk to play out from the back. It didn't work. The ball falls to Hamish McCabe, and I think his celebration's better than the goal.
What was that all about? I don't mind it.
We're just showing us some of his dance moves that he's going to do tonight. Who knows?
But again, we're just saying it. Modbury are looking to press straight from the goal kick. Becomes a point where, you know, if they're turning over that many times from goal kicks because of that high press, at what point do you just have to go long?
Yeah, I think my answer to that there is that when you're playing in a system of Adelaide United, you're probably forced to maybe do that. And I would say if these guys want to be able to play A-League football and be a part of the A-League structure, if you can't do it at this level, you're going to have a lot of trouble trying to do it at the next level above that. So it's one of those things you've got to keep doing and get better at. But on that occasion, it's all broken down, and Hamish McCabe gets his 2nd of the game and the 4th for Modbury. They're 4-0 up, but it's Tatu who goes forward, and a half chance as we're speaking about that game just about being iced. And
Tim Henderson goes down there. I'm not quite sure what happened, whether he copped a knock or whether he's done it himself.
Looks like Henderson has gone down with a, doesn't look like a knock, it looks like more of a, he's holding his lower leg, shin. He's a bit of a warrior, so I know he'd probably try and run this off, but with the game coming up Wednesday night in that important cup game, it does look like Modbury Jets are going to go to the bench. Morris Natali giving some instructions to one of 3 players that look like they might be making a triple substitution. All the players got called back. We'll soon find out when they present in front of us here. But for now, we restart with a offside free kick that goes long, and Modbury Jets win it back in the middle of the park. Makeda, Henderson, who's seems to be okay for now. Goes back to Neild, who puts his foot through that one and goes long. United players ask for a flag, and they get the flag, and it's going to give us that chance to see what players are going to come on the park for Modbury Jets, as they asked the linesman for the change, but then nobody was ready to go on the park. And the young linesman again has waved them away and said, "You're not ready, so we're going to keep going." I know we're here for the football, Shane, but this young linesman in front of us, Ethan McCormack, has had a very good game.
He certainly has.
And we're going to see one of those changes now. It's going to be William Mitev coming on.
And it is Tim Henderson going off the other side, I think.
Henderson telling Andrew Cotty wants to go off the other side straight to the showers, but he's telling him, no, come off this side. It looks like there's going to be a double change. It's going to be Josh Hernandez coming on as well for the scorer of the first goal here today, Francesco Chimizzi. So a double change for Modbury Jets. As I said earlier, Hernandez capable of finding the back of the net. He's only done it once this season, but he does look quite dangerous when he does come on. So hasn't gotten any easier for the back two of United. And the McKay brothers are still out there as well.
There's a lot of quality on that park from Modbury.
Wonder how much longer they will stay out there. I know they probably wouldn't like to come off, and Hamish is on the hat-trick, so they may push to get that for him and then relieve him of his duties today, as Liam McCabe gets the ball to the back post. Harris deals with that one. Detroit picks up the loose ball, though. He's under pressure from Crawford. Crawford wins this one. Out muscles Detroit, who was a little bit slow on the ball. Garuccio makes a forward run. Back to Crawford. Crawford gets into the box. Wins a corner. Much better from Adelaide United on that occasion.
Yeah, nice break there from Adelaide United. Again, we haven't seen that too much today. Just that pressure on the ball carrier from Modbury early just forces that turnover. Something that Modbury have been very, very good at today. Adelaide United barely seen it.
Again, United with the chance to maybe pull one back. I do still think it's too little too late, but can they get themselves on the scoreboard? Tatu with the ball in to the back post. Beats everybody. Phyllis is going to pick it up though. Nicola in plenty of space to whip it back in. He does just that. And at the front post it's Stam, but can't get his header on target.
Some better play again.
It's just that positivity that it always looks good when you're positive. When you have that, when I say positive, it's that going forwards play rather than coming all the way back out and restarting. I know it's probably something they train, but you look at that there. They get the ball into the box. They create half a chance. A long goal kick to restart. McCabe flicks it on. Hernandez one-on-one with Harris. He gets there before him. Harris has to put the slide tackle in, and he does very well. Finds Crawford. Crawford now releases Taladera. Skips past one.
They've done well.
Releases Garuccio. Garuccio, he's got two into the box to aim for. Finds Tatu at the back post. And there's the goal for Adelaide United. Maybe some life is restored into this game here at Smith Partner Stadium.
They've been threatening the last couple of minutes, Adelaide United, to do exactly that. Got away on the break. Modbury got caught with numbers up the field.
You could probably hear in the effects mic as well that Morris Natali was not happy at all. Not only the fact that they've conceded the goal, but specifically with one of his players. It seemed to be far too easy, as Adelaide United now are going to go to their bench and introduce two players of their own. A triple sub, in fact. The first one is Faze Kusumovic comes on for Phyllis. Riley Stam, the other player to come off. Luka Blazevic. And the third one to go off on the far side. Looks like Harry Crawford to be replaced by Patrick McGregor. So a bit of an attacking change here. They've now gone to just a back three by the looks. Probably going to play more so 2 strikers high up and try and maybe get something out of this game. Who knows?
Yeah, and Adelaide United won it back very early there from the kick-off.
So Tatu now going forward. Finds the new man in Blazevic. Crawford gets into the box, but gives it away. And referee Andrew Kite gets a unwanted touch, and he'll have to restart the play for Modbury Jets as they had possession of the ball last. That's the rule, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. Back to the team that was in possession.
So Wilson restarts. Morris Natali getting a little bit aggravated down here with some of his players not listening to instruction, and probably the fact that they aren't able now to ice this game as comfortably as they like to. Hernandez seemed to be pulled back there, but no free kick coming, and it's Adelaide United again on the attack. A little bit more motion going forward for them. A bit more endeavour maybe. Tatu goes back. Sumovic now, the centre of that back 3.
I mentioned it earlier, look at the space that Tatu's got on the right here. If they can play these balls.
There he is. It does find him. Can he produce a cross? It's in the box! It's
there it
is!
Exactly what we were just speaking about with Tatu. They need to find him earlier.
You identified the space just like Adelaide United did, and the long ball over the top. Found McGregor unmarked in the box. And 2 goals in quick succession to Adelaide United. I wrote them off 5 minutes ago. I'm going to have to make an apology if they keep going like this.
I think we're well and truly back on.
This game is not over and has some life.
And again, United pressing straight from the kick-off. It's what we haven't seen all match.
Where was this for the last 68 minutes from Adelaide United? Well and truly on top, and they've got the ball again. Strong challenge there. McCabe trying to find Hernandez. Page comes all the way out of his box. Very close to giving us a touch here in the commentary area. But this game, Shane, is now...
It's been sparked back into life, hasn't it?
Definitely has some spark back in. Modbury Jets now looking for that 5th goal to try and take some control again. Tatu keeps the ball in. Kasimovic all the way back to Page on his left foot. Slices across that one. Detroit is going to pick it up. Makeda's going to probably keep it in, is he? No, he's not. Gets away from him, and the frustration you can see now from the Modbury Jets. Things aren't going their way.
The mood's changed down here on the Modbury bench to our left, hasn't it?
Yeah, they made those couple of changes earlier. Oh, that's a massive head knock. Tatu didn't do too much wrong there, but the fact that it is a head knock, the play has been stopped very, very quickly by Andrew Kite, and I think the Modbury Jets players asking for some kind of card or... Yeah.
Again, really well handled by the young assistant referee in front of us here, Ethan McCormick.
Yeah, he's copped it from both benches now.
Just a bit of feeling has come back into this game. It seemed to be sort of dying away. But a bit of feeling. It's Mitev that's gone down there.
Yeah, he's just come off the bench as Mitev, and he's copped a massive knock to the head. There's no claret, but I'm sure it would have hurt nonetheless, and if he was playing AFL, he's going to miss the next 10 days and have to go do a 20-minute test. We don't have that here in the NPL. I think we should have some sort of way to police it a bit better, given the amount of head injuries these days, but he seems okay for now. It's not what you want when you just come off the bench as a fresh sub.
No, it's certainly not. He's done well there, Andrew Kite, the referee, though. There was no foul there, I don't think. It's just really unfortunate. Tatu's got there just a split second later. Mitev's sort of leaning his head in a bit. Just a what they call a footballing collision, I suppose.
Yeah, there was no malice in the attack, that's for sure. Or in the attack. There was no malice in the play. Both players going for the ball, and unfortunately Mitev coming off second best, but he's back on the park now and the play's restarted. So we've got just over probably 17 minutes of normal time, plus additional time as Mitev looks fine. He goes up for a header there and wins the header. McCabe now. United starting to get a little bit more physical with the McCabe brothers, and they don't really like it, but it's ball forward. Ends up in the feet of Oscar Page. I don't think he really wanted the ball, but Mpembe gave it to him anyways. He seemed to get caught there. Ball turned over. It's Modbury Jets on the attack again. Makeda! Giuseppe Makeda made his way into the box there, and maybe that was the chance to ice the game. And when I say ice, I said it before, but I think with 15 minutes to go, if they got another one there, it would have been really hard for Adelaide United. Now they choose to play out from the back again, and they turn it over again. No. McCabe to his brother. Hernandez trying to flick in.
Again.
Couple of little flicks that didn't work. It's McCabe! Didn't look like the shot was going to trouble the goalkeeper, but in the end, he's had to make the save because I think it was creeping into the near post. So it was nearly that 5th goal for Modbury Jets. And again, it came from that turnover, Shane, that we said before. They tried to play out from the back.
So we just look here to our right-hand side, and Androli making the gesture. That should have gone long. We mentioned it before. There comes a point where, yes, you want to play out for the back, you want to play that way to improve these players into an A-League squad, but there comes a time where if it's not going to work, just clear the ball long. As the floodlights come on here at Smith Partner Stadium.
They didn't clear it, and it's going to be a corner for Modbury. Page comes.
Good take.
Didn't quite grab it on the first take, but it fell to him in the second lot. And I guess Andrioli may be sensing that they were on top for, that last 5 to 7 minutes and wanting to put the back four of Modbury under the pump a little bit more. And this one here is going to fall to Mitev. He tries to header it back, and he gets away with it. Tatu read it. Just had enough strength on the header to get it to the goalkeeper. Whoa, now takes a touch. Nicola. Oh, very well done. Oh, not that though. Turns it over again. He gets it back. A little bit of a scrappy interplay in the middle of the park. White, Garuccio with a touch that goes to McKay, but the flag goes up, but Andrew Kart's going to wave on play here. Smart decision. It was going to be an Adelaide United ball anyways.
Yeah, we just look down at the Adelaide United bench here again. Just a couple more hand gestures from the coaching staff. They want that ball a bit longer, and I tend to agree. Adelaide United haven't really had much joy trying to play through the middle of Modbury Jets. There's been the 1 or 2 odd occasions that it's happened, but other than that, their success has been the long ball over the top.
Tatu. Megs Mitev on the wing. It's in the box again, and another chance goes begging. Absolutely golden opportunity there for Adelaide United to pull back a 3rd goal within 7 minutes, and that would have really, really been game on there.
It certainly would have, and it's that man again, Tatu, down this right-hand side.
Yeah, Tatu started the play. He flicked it through the legs of William Mitev there. And it fell on the edge of the box for Luka Blazevic. Sorry. Get it right eventually. And a chance for United, but they get the ball back again, and they are well and truly on top and playing football the way they want to play. And Modbury Jets backing back. Crawford gets into the box, beats Detroyer, gets the ball in. It's blocked by Detroyer. It's a corner, and Adelaide United with the ascendancy at the moment, they're really got their tails up, and everything they're doing now is 100 miles an hour. Crawford whips the ball in, and an unmarked header. Kasumovic it was who come up from the back. And these substitutions that Adelaide United made have absolutely reaped life into this game.
Yeah, time's sort of the enemy for Adelaide United now. 2 goals behind. We've got 11, 12 minutes to go. Header 1 there by McGregor.
So Modbury Jets reverting just to rushed football at the moment, not being able to play the way they had done for 70 or so minutes previously. And the coaching staff of Modbury up on their feet and trying to work out a way to see this game out, I guess. Unless Adelaide United can grab another one here. And they do go forward. It's White. Tatu in plenty of space. White goes himself!
Oh, what
it's
a finish.
4-3! something out of nothing by Ryan White, Shane.
Yeah, it's a hell of a finish. We were sort of having a look there that thought it might have come out right to that man Tatu again. He was in plenty of space, but Ryan White took it on himself, and it's an excellent finish into the bottom right-hand corner. And 4-3, what do we have left? 11 minutes to go. We are certainly game on. Adelaide United are coming hard.
The goalkeeper was left rooted to the spot. He could do nothing about that one. And it's Adelaide United on the attack again, looking for that fourth goal, which would be the equalising goal. It's Crawford into the box. Shucksy clears, but only as far as United, but they get the ball back and yield with some game sense here, and maybe taking a bit of time off the clock. And from absolute cruise control, the Modbury Jets look like they may look to just scrape by in this game.
Yeah, they're under a lot of pressure here. You look down at the Modbury bench, every single player on that bench is standing up. They know that they're in a bit of trouble here. Adelaide United have all the ascendancy. It's completely turned as they go forward again.
It is Crawford who has the ball. He looks inside. Modbury Jets are under the pump that much that Liam McCabe has actually dropped back to help the central defensive pair of... In fact, he's actually slipped into central defence, Shane. But here goes Mitev. Hamish McCabe. Hernandez. Kite pulls it back for a free kick on the edge of the box in a very dangerous position.
Yeah, I think Hernandez may have been checked off the ball there. I didn't quite see it.
We'll be able to have a look here, but it looks like it is going to be Dion Kirk who's going to be entered into this game. Unsure of who's coming off. I think everyone's a little bit bemused at the moment. It's going to be Darsim Shucksy.
And it was, just watching the benefit of our replay here, it was Hernandez. It was just checked off the ball, so they're right in front of goal there. Referee Andrew Kite did look to play the advantage, but there was nothing there, so it's Darsim Shucksy with a bit of game management.
Or time wasting, if you want to call it that, and be straight to the point. Not in a rush to get off this park at all.
As the referee holds his hand up to his watch, he'll add all this time on.
Again, the young referee, the young linesman down here, telling him to hurry up and get off the park. Not afraid to... You know what? He's not rude about it. He's doing his job very well. He's Ethan McCormack. But in a dangerous position, and over the ball is Hamish McCabe, looking for the hat-trick. Gets his shot on target, but Page just, with two hands, tips it over the crossbar.
I think Page thought it might have been going over the wall to the left a little bit more there. Sort of wrong-footed himself and had to double back on where he was standing. As Modbury in no rush to go and take this corner.
Kirk, who's just come on. Quite funny if Kirk finds himself to be the first player booked, but he gets over there and takes the corner eventually. He's going to take it with his left foot. He's just come on the park. You want to be very warmed up to be able to do this on the non-preferred. So Kirk delivers quite a decent ball, but doesn't beat the man at the front post and has to win the second one. Detroyer under a bit of pressure from Tatu, and he just dips it back into the box, and Page gets it in his hands with 8 minutes remaining here at Smith Partners Stadium. Adelaide United, who looked down and out when they went 4-0 down, now chasing that equaliser. And Detroyer just puts it out for a throw-in. Again, the ascendancy is with Adelaide United. Crawford to take the throw-in. And Bembe finds his way up the park a little bit. Kasumovic finds Taladera. Now it's Nicola. Tatu being marked a little bit more tightly and being shown that line now rather than the shoulder of the defender. He does creep in now. He gets that ball where he wants it. It's a diagonal to Tatu. Whoa! Makes the challenge!
And it's a penalty!
A clumsy challenge by Jock wall there. And Adelaide United, 13 minutes ago, were out 4-0 down, and they have the chance to equalise from the spot.
Really a smart play there by Tatu. Just sort of protected the drop of the ball there and gave his opponent no option but to try and go through him to get it, and referee Kite pointing to the spot. Who would have thought 15 minutes ago?
It was very, very clever by Tatu. He knew the contact was coming. It's going to be from the spot. Ryan White. He scores it! But the referee says no, retake the penalty. I wasn't looking at much apart from the player taking the spot kick, which was Ryan White, but referee Kite says that someone has made their way into the box before the kick. It's going to be take 2 for White. Neild stands tall. Neild and White, they look each other in the eye. It's Ryan White. He scores second time round. It's 4-4 here at Smith Partner Stadium. 4 minutes of regulation time to go.
And Adelaide United think they can win this. They've picked the ball up, back to the centre spot. They are coming, and they are coming hard. We kick off, Modbury look to go forward.
He makes his way in the box. Page comes and does well not to touch that with his hand outside the box.
We are set up for a grandstand finish here.
Hernandez it was trying to nip it away from Page and get the instant goal to get the 5th goal to go back in the lead. What a game this has been here at Smith Partner Stadium between the Jets and United. Two teams that when they play, we've seen lots of goals. We saw 5-1 at the start of the year. The grand final obviously last year was 7-2 to Adelaide United and 4-4 here today, so we should have expected goals, but I didn't expect it like this, that's for sure. Tatu, looking like the most dangerous player on the park at the moment. McCabe, who's dropped back as a centre-back. It's Tatu. Gets forward. He's tripped.
And we'll have the first caution of the game.
We will see that first yellow card of this contest, and it comes in the 87th minute.
And I reckon it was to Dion Kirk as well. You mentioned before. Just come on the park not long ago. And Adelaide United with a free kick 24 yards out from goal, directly in front, to potentially go up 5-4 after being 4-0 down not long ago.
Jesse Francesca picking that yellow card up. Again, the benefit of the replay, and it's that man who started it on the right-hand side, Amlani Tatu, over the ball. Taladera with the left foot as well. Both looking to see where the goalkeeper's going to stand, and my word, has he given him some space to aim for on that right-hand side.
Really tall wall to get it up and over if he's going to get it in that top right-hand corner.
The referee just making sure the United players are that 1 yard away. Taladera, it's going to be Tatu though. And what can he do? That's not his best effort. We're going to see maybe some time-wasting substitutions just to get through, but
Luca Trimboli, one of the subs that will be coming on.
It's going to be Giuseppe Makeda going off on the far side. And the man who actually came on as a substitution, William Mitev, coming off. Maybe that head knock's got him seeing a few stars, because I'm sure everyone else is out there at the moment with the scoreline. But coming on is Cameron Tompkins and Luca Trimboli.
I think that is more tactical. He didn't look too happy, but looks like there's a bit of a reshuffle going on out there.
Yeah, I think the fact that they maybe have to take that defender off before in Henderson caused McCabe to go back, and that's when things started to go downhill. As soon as Henderson come off, and it's Kirk and Tatu battling out here, and Adelaide United win the throw-in. As we approach the 89th minute, United now on the attack. Hernandez can't trap it that time. McGregor!
Strong tackle.
A strong challenge there by Liam McCabe. And this finish to this game, Shane, is by far what Modbury Jets would have wanted going into that cup game on Wednesday night.
No, you're right. I think at 4-0 up, they probably thought it was going to be a relatively cruisy end to this match, and they can sort of rest some legs heading into that massive match midweek, but it's gone the complete opposite way, and they're having to put a lot of energy in here just to hold on to a draw now.
And just as they made their final substitutions, it's actually Liam McCabe who put that challenge in on McGregor, who's asked for some treatment, and I'd hate to see that he was in some strife, but he's moving that right leg in a forwards motion. Maybe a bit of a jar of the knee or ankle of some sort, but
as we just tick into stoppage time now.
Yeah, so the 45 or the 90 is up, and Andrew Kite now will have the decision to make of how long this game goes on for, but we've seen 4 goals in 20 minutes from the Adelaide United boys. After the Modbury Jets went 4-0 up early in the second half, and this does not look good for Liam McCabe
or
the Modbury Jets.
No subs left for Modbury either, so they may even have to play this last little bit of all of stoppage time really with only 10 men.
So Adelaide United will be absolutely licking their lips if McCabe can't make his way back onto the park, because they'll be able to... I think they're going to run over the top of him here, because I reckon there's going to be at least 5 minutes of stoppage time, given there's been 5 goals this half.
Come on, boys!
McCabe trying to run it off, just off camera. It's going to restart with Nield, and we're in that stoppage time, so we've already gone 1 minute of stoppage time, so there may be 5 from here onwards, who knows?
As McCabe looks to come back on here.
Whoa, misses the ball, and Tatu picks it up. Tatu, his touch inside, can't get past the captain in Francesca, and his clearance is blocked by Tatu, and it goes to Nield. As Liam McCabe makes his way back on. Trimboli goes up against Kasumovic. Referee says play on. But again, it falls to Adelaide United. They go forward. Kirk in the middle of the park with Tatu. Tatu wins it. It's McGregor looking from distance again, and not afraid to pull the trigger is Patrick McGregor.
Now they are going to pull Liam McCabe off, I think.
Liam McCabe goes to ground again, so this is not good for the Modbury Jets. Not only today, but as we've said on numerous occasions, they've got that cup game on Wednesday night at Service FM Stadium. They're taking on the Adelaide Olympic boys in that semi-final. If you want to get along to that game, get onto the footballsa.com.au/tickets. It's a ticketed event, so you need to pre-purchase tickets.
A few words here between Ant Androli and the assistant referee here.
As Adelaide United go through McGregor. Sorry, we're just trying to listen into the words between the coach and linesman as it falls for White. Can Adelaide United absolutely pull this out the fire and jag it right at the end of stoppage time? We've played 4 minutes now of additional time. Andrew Ollie's asking for the game to be over, but I'm not too sure why when they can just about win it here. It's Crawford. Gets to the line. Solid in defence is Detroyer. It goes out for a goal kick. Modbury Jets now. Can they get something and pull this one out the fire? Just used that line twice in 2 seconds for both teams. Hamish McCabe looked to pull up there.
Yeah, 3 here United.
Ferruccio, Tatu. Whoa, gets 2 at that time. Nicola wins it. Taladera picks the ball up in the middle of the park. And Bembe looking for Crawford, but his pass doesn't make it. Turns it over to Detroyer. Detroyer looks for McCabe. McCabe's onside to win it.
And he does.
He puts it in the back of the net.
Flag's gone up. The flag has gone up on the far side.
Far side. And the Modbury Jets. The Modbury Jets bench is absolutely up in ruptures here because they believe that Hamish McCabe was onside to complete the hat-trick, but now it's Adelaide United on the other end. White against Kirk. One way then the other. Gets the ball in. Oh, they don't get into the box. They get it to Tatu out wide. Tatu, can he get the ball into the box? No. Beats both his men. Back post delivery. Ryan White. McGregor! I thought that had snuck in.
Wowee, what an end to this match we have.
I thought they'd won it right at the end there, Adelaide United. But we go on. Hernandez looks up. Can't keep control of the ball, and John Paul Mbembe gets the ball there for Adelaide United, and they're on the attack again, but it's turned over for Kirk. Oscar Page gets that one. Goes long. Tatu up against Wall. Strong challenge in the air. Play on. Taladera. Garuccio. Goes all the way back to Kasumovic. Something tells me there's a winner in this game.
So we're going to the 7th minute of stoppage time.
We've played 97 minutes here. 96 minutes, sorry. And it's Adelaide United. McGregor from distance again. McGregor! His shot fires over the crossbar, and Modbury Jets thinking they had won the game seconds ago. But we go on. And there's going to be a very late substitution. It's going to be Joey Garuccio coming off for Brodie Burkitt. Andrew Kite giving absolutely nothing away to the bench of Adelaide United, asking him how long's left. As Kirk flicks it on. Sorry, Drimboli flicks it on. It's hoofed forward by Taladera. And Andrew Kite has a look at the watch. It goes forward. Drimboli now chases this one down, but Oscar Page outside of his box clears. McCabe can't win that one. Tatu and Wall. The battle of the second half, and Wall wins on that occasion. Francesca gets met solidly by Taladera, but that will be the last play of this stunning NPL fixture. And what a finish we had. What a second half. What a game.
I don't think anyone expected that 60 minutes into this game, did they?
Goodness me. So Andrew Kite's whistle goes, and the Modbury Jets thought they'd won it. It looked close. So close on the camera. McCabe thought he'd completed his hat-trick and won the game 5-4 for the Jets, but it finishes Modbury Jets 4, Adelaide United 4. We played 98 minutes in that game. And I'll tell you what, after 67 minutes, I thought it was game over because the Jets took a 4-0 lead, Shane.
So did I.
They went 4-0 up, absolute cruise control, thinking about the cup game midweek maybe. Who knows, I'm just having a guess, but to sum that up in a word, I don't even know what to say.
I'm speechless at the comeback. No one saw that coming. Like you say, 60, 65 minutes in, 4-0 up. Modbury Jets cruising, and Adelaide United have done really, really well to come back and grab a point from that game. I suppose the disappointing thing from them is how would this game have gone if they played anything remotely close to the last 25 minutes for the first 65.
Yeah, they had some big players out, Adelaide United, some A-League experienced players out, but the boys in the second half, the Adelaide United young fellas, They came out with more endeavour in that second half, and they pulled one back, they pulled another one back, and then they've managed to scrape away with in the end, Modbury Jets have scraped away with a 4-4 draw here at Smith Partner Stadium. Before we wrap things up, don't forget, the 2024 Australia Cup Preliminary Round Finals are back, starting this Wednesday night down at Service FM Stadium. It's the Modbury Jets taking on Adelaide Olympic, Wednesday the 5th of June. And then the week after, the second semi will be between Campbelltown City and Adelaide Comets on the 12th of June. These games are ticketed, so to grab your tickets, go to footballsa.com.au/tickets. Don't miss the action. That's it from Service FM. That's it from Smith Partner Stadium. It's the Modbury Jets 4, Adelaide United 4.